Week 14, Jesus, the eternal intercessor. Jesus goes by many names. He's the King of Kings, Lord of Lords, Emmanuel, Prince of Peace, Lion of Judah, Messiah, Great High Priest, Eternal Intercessor, and many more. But it is on these last two names that we speak of today. He is our Great High Priest and eternal intercessor. Both go hand in hand. If we look back in the Old Testament, it was the high priests that were allowed to go into the Holy of Holies to make the sacrifice for the sins of the people. And that is who Jesus is for us. He is both the priest and intercessor. Why? Because Satan goes before God, the accuser of the brethren, day and night. And Jesus is there to intercede for us. He is our high priest. In Hebrews 7:24 through 25, we read, "But Jesus remains a priest forever. His priesthood will never end. Therefore, he is able, once and forever, to save everyone who comes to God through him. He lives forever to plead with God on their behalf." Jesus doesn't just intercede for us, but he invites us to partner with him, to take a stand and to be a watchman on the wall, to intercede for those who know not. For our city, for our state, for our nation, the love of Jesus has for us must burn in our hearts and compel us into action for our fellow man. We need to recognize our place in who we are in him and what our responsibility is for this evil and immoral world, that they desperately need him. Every last one of us must get involved in becoming part of that answer, not by condemning or judging, but with humility and with a grateful heart, responding to God's loving and merciful patience by praying and seeking his face. God does not want us to be lukewarm about anything, but to repent from our sin of apathy and silence. We are quiet way too long. The enemy roars on. We must engage in this spiritual warfare. We need to intercede against the evil strongholds that are over our cities, over our country, against the stronghold of fear and pride and accusation and prejudice. We have to pray in faith that we dispel all the fears and invite God's kingdom to be established here, just as Jesus did. We have to pray for reestablishing our state's motto, "In God we trust," declaring it over our city and in our lives. I challenge you today. Come on, church, what are we waiting for? Let's be that watchman and intercede for others, just as Jesus did. He interceded for you and me. Have a blessed week.